Create, protect, destroy. How? Why?
To make, sustain the void.
Yes. So how? Actually, why first? Why?
Why? I think this is the most natural thing. I think when we were writing this song, I think we had the sample first, right? And it was a very... Wait, where did we get the sample from?
I don't think it was a sample. I think it was... we were talking about gods. I don't know. I think I just mentioned the creator, the protector, the destroyer. I mean, we've always had this conversation, like many times in our lives. And especially like the idea of, the creator, the protector and destroyer in one person or one being or one entity, which is a very enticing idea. So I think I think I brought it up. And then I Googled it and like went into depth into like Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu, is it? Is it?
Brahman, the creator, Vishnu, protector, and Shiva, the destroyer. I think back to it being the most natural thing and it's prevalent in every aspect of your life. And I think we were writing the song again from the space, from the void. I think it was from a void, and I think understanding this principle of life sort of allows you to let go naturally, right? And even in our whole sort of experience with all day, to destroy what we initially were or had,
right.
And to destroy this idea of how we need to be making our own records.
Yeah, I don't think it's right if we didn't make this record when we're making an AI EP, because we are destroying our old selves.
Yeah.
Regardless of how much we've tried to protect it. Indoctrination is that. You're trying to protect your old self that you've created a long time ago. And destroying is the worst thing to make a decision on.
Yeah.
But destruction most of the time happens naturally.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable, and it's not always a negative thing.
Correct. In this case, I think what we really destroyed was this identity that we had of, having to live up to this idea of what all day is, or what we rap about, or never mind even that, or just how we make music. And I think destroying that identity of us sort of allowed us to create from this new space and use AI and just create something new.
One more thing I want to stress on is also like, because we went to a different place, we like took ourselves from the environment that we were in. There was a lot of like clouding and messiness and murkiness and noise and things like that we had to get away from in order for us to get an introspective kind of feeling of understanding, and then coming to a place of creating, protecting and destroying. I feel it's important for us to kind of come out of our environment every now and then to get this, to feel this, this idea of what is this, actually dwell into like creating, protecting, destroying, these kind of topics. I think when we were there, it was just like the most natural thing for us to, we are very introspective people. Right? We naturally I meditate, not like religiously, but I do it when I need to. And like even today I did like a Surya Namaskaram, just to get in the zone of like what we're doing today. So this kind of things, so I feel like it's like you gotta kind of remove yourself away from your like natural space, and that is also like, I would say, like what the creating aspect is all about from the beginning. I mean, like creation is like, we don't know, it's unknown. We don't really know where we begin when we start something, or like the moment we fall in love and things like that. It's very hard to say, but we actually can, we have the decision to like destroy things, end it, you know. We don't have the decision to create, but we have the decision to end and destroy. So I think that's a very like it's something that's given to the human being to kind of like study, I would say. I don't know, like, you know, you just gotta like figure that out. What is that? Why is that such, you know?
What, for an artist to go through that cycle?
No,
think about it this way, like, how would you have felt if we went to the studio and did the same thing that we used to do for the past?
I don't think we will make a record like Create, Protect, Destroy.
If we went to a studio,
we would never do.
Right?
Even if we did, it wouldn't be this.
Absolutely.
It would be something completely on some rapper thing, like industry, commercial music thing like that.
Yeah, so I think to some extent, taking ourselves out of the norm or the usual spaces that we create in, right, made us a bit more, I think we stopped creating for the people, we started creating for ourselves. And I think there is some good in that, right? Like when we remove this expectation of what the audience is, or just because the audience reacted well to this last record, or like for instance Laita, if people loved Laita, and the fact that we didn't try to go and make another Laita, you know?
I mean, why would we make another Laita, dude? I think creating is like, to me, creating is like, why create something that already exists? When you have the opportunity to create something that it does not exist, like it's not there.
So what I think is that if we went to a studio, it's almost natural for us to get into this space where we are trying to do something that we've done before, right? And I think the fact that we removed ourselves from that, and also with the use of AI, it allowed us to create from a space of destruction. Because just the very idea of creating with AI is already destructive.
Bro,
it was destructive to me. Right?
I mean, that's one thing to the self, but AI alone is destroying a lot of ways people make music.
Yeah. So maybe it was the destructiveness of AI that enticed us. You know, I mean, looking at how we've done things, we always were anti-establishment, we were always anti-commercial stuff, we were always trying to be
against the system.
Yeah, breaking the system, right? And I think that some part of AI, or us using AI, felt destructive in that way, and so we sort of leaned into it. I mean, I'm sure I heard you say so many times, who the fuck else is doing this? It's because it felt destructive for you. It's because it felt like different, and therefore we leaned into it.
Dude, I'm like, personally, me myself, like I've always been this guy that is like how to say, like I try to, like, how to say, like the new, I'm always trying to be in the new lah. And being in the new is like, it's not like outside people influencing. Being in the new is always self-inspiration. Outside people influencing, it's not in the news already, because somebody is telling you what it is. Being in the new is always like some self-inspiration, like that. Like what makes you feel the ultimate best kind of feeling, like that. So I just felt like, honestly, right, between actually like being going on Suno and making the album, I was in a span of 3 months, dude.
Yeah, and AI is just expanding and exponentially, and dude, God knows what else we can do. Like next thing you know, we'll be doing this. I mean, you can already do it on your phone, but I think it's just going to be easier and easier.
When I said artificial intelligence and I said artificial consciousness, right? Bro, it's so equal to actual spirituality in the world, like creating, protecting, and destroying. And then in AI, which is like, in our words, when we say it, like to make, sustain, and then the void. You know what I mean? So like that's like an AI way of saying creating, protecting, and destroy. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a different way and in like a new way kind of thing. But I feel like artificial intelligence is artificial consciousness. But how artificial is it? Because we are the one who's like feeding it all the information.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to it being just a tool. I mean,
because I'm trying to tie back this whole like conversation into the song. It's like, what is the understanding? But if you look at the lyrics of the song, what are we actually talking about? What are we actually talking about in the song? We're not talking about AI being destructive. What are we talking about in the song?
the cycle, man, is life and death, and how in order for you to create something, you have to destroy something. It's a space. It's creating the space to create, right? And going back to AI, there needed to be a space for AI. AI is filling a gap. AI is filling a void that already existed in mankind, in our experience.
That's crazy, bro.
If there's no void, if humans were not experiencing this void, there's no space for AI. We won't need AI. We won't even entertain it. We'll be like, why?
I think like any reason that like we need any reason that's like a development in technology is always to fill up some human need.
Yeah. And it's funny you brought up spirituality, because spirituality is the same thing as well. You seek spirituality only when there's a void. You speak spirituality to fill up a void.
Right.
And similarly, I think we are seeking. Yes.
No, wait. I'm a pengarah here. Here, be careful here. Bow, monkey, monitor lizard, and cobra. Okay.
He asked you speak Melayu and then spoke English. There's some fire music he's listening to though.
Trying to protect us.
Now we're in his camera, we got third angle.
Okay, so where were we?
Spirituality filling a void. So it's very similar to AI and how we are using AI because it's filling up a void. And what is that void you think it filled up for us? Why did you resort to AI? Let's ponder on that.
You know, I think a lot of this new generation, right? Like, for them to kind of like even ask the question of like, where did we come from, who are we, like some sort of like questions of spirituality and things like that is very far, dude. You know what I mean? Do you feel like the new generation?
I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know if we know enough of the new generation to know where their head's at.
We shouldn't be speaking on like for them lah.
I mean, it's just that I don't know. I don't know, therefore I cannot speak. But going back to the song and how we used AI to make it, I'm just trying to think of what was the void we were experiencing that made us resort to AI. What gap did AI fill in you? Was it merely a tool to make you work faster? Was it a tool to make you escape?
I think that's it's a lot of things, like various things that it has kind of helped us with not being like things that we cannot do.
Okay.
You know?
No, but in this case, it's It's everything we can do. I mean, better or worse is a different conversation, but it helped us make this song, which is something we've been doing all our lives.
I don't think we can sing that way.
Okay, so it's just the sing.
No, it's not only the singing. Also, it's the conveying of the emotions.
Okay, there you go. So AI has been a tool to help us convey that message, and it did it a way more efficient, quicker way, right?
Yeah. Which is what flowers did. And we'll talk about flower later. But I would say, like, you know, sometimes, right, like, we don't know what we are 100%, we don't know what we're making. We cannot really, like, be like, okay, this is what we're creating. It's like a baby, you don't know what you get. You don't know what you're creating in a way.
Yeah.
You know, you just hope, like, okay, you know, like, okay, you just hope, like, it's gonna be a good product, like a good healthy baby, like that. It's like, okay, you just know, but like, end of the day, what you're getting is like completely, like, you know, like unknown.
What do you like about that? Why is it that you like this aspect of AI where you prompt something and you don't know what you're gonna get?
Yo, to me, that's art, bro. That is the true definition of art. Because, like, it's like truth is like, you know. A lie is like you don't know. You know, so like that's what it is. Like, it's like a lie that will tell you the truth. Like, I don't know how to explain this.
Isn't it in the lyrics also? If you want truth, then I'm telling that. No,
Yeah.
That's a different song now.
No, it's create, protect, destroy. He said, if it's for you, then I must try. And if it's for truth, then I must lie.
There you go.
And art is like we were. Remember, I was telling you about the Jackson Pollock floor. So, like, it's like that. You know, this guy is like making his art, like, by like spraying things on his canvas. It's dripping down to his floor. And then when he died in a car crash, when they came to the studio, then they saw the floor is like another art piece, but it's not something he intended to do. He didn't know, like, what it is. Today, if Jackson Pollock was alive, he'll be like, you cut my floor up and put it up there. But people were admiring that. That's what true art to me is. It's not like you sitting down here and actually trying to create something. It's like...
So you like the byproduct of it?
Not byproduct. I feel like...
is it the lack of intention?
Yes. That's why I say creating is not knowing exactly what you get. You know, it's like creating is you don't completely understand. You don't completely understand it. It's like a complete gamble almost. You know? You put your chips in and then you wait and see what the fuck.
It's like you wait for a reaction.
You wait for a reaction, and like, I think like with like when we created this with AI, that's what it did also. Remember when we were prompting in and we click create, we were just like nervous and what we're gonna get and stuff like that. We don't even know. And then when we hear it, we're like, if it's like the most amazing thing, we're like, oh my god, this is better than what I like thought I would get, in a way, which goes back to expectations, which goes back to just so I'm enough, which is like, bro, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Yeah,
so I think we just found ourselves in this loop of creating,
protecting and destroying. But you know what, people don't talk about protecting a lot, and people don't talk about destroying a lot.
Yes,
destroying is the most, like, destroying is like the...
You know, it's funny, I was just reading the other day, right? It's the create, protect, and since you brought up protect, right? It's like the gap between an inhalation and an exhalation, right? So just imagine you inhale is you create, and then there's this tiny moment of protecting in between your breath, which is magic, huh? And then exhale is your destruction, right? Similarly with sound, there is the silence, let's just call it the silence in between the 808s, right?
Right.
Is also something, and I think that's like a decent analogy to what protecting is. But I don't know, it's a wild thought.
How do you like how do you put that in like the general human being experience? Like, how do you put that? How do you put protecting? I mean, like, bro, a lot of people are protecting, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people are protective.
What's the
A lot of
difference?
people are overprotective.
Now we're going level 3000, dude.
Why are people overprotective? Why are artists overprotective over their name, their image, how they are perceived? Dude, we didn't give a damn about how people would think about us. We knew people might hate why are these clothes using AI. We knew at the back of our minds that. At the same time, we didn't really care. We weren't protective over this image.
Right.
So I guess it's a dance. It's a dance of creating and destroying. Maybe dancing between creating and destroying is protecting.
Right.
I don't know.
Remember when you made Protect Your Chemistry? Was that protecting? Were you in the space of protecting?
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're also in the space of creating.
Yeah, I mean,
Simultaneous. Do you think all these three things happen simultaneously?
yeah, there's so many levels to it. Obviously, like I said,
It's
breath.
not. No, but like. Yeah, but like a breath is like, it's like you can, if you like really slow it down, like in time like that, you can tell like, okay, create, protect, destroy. But it's actually happening simultaneously.
Yeah,
It's like when you're creating something, something is destroying. When you're protecting something, something is being created. Something is being destroyed. When you're destroying something, something is being created at the same time, being protected.
I mean, it's a chicken and egg story lah. Like, do you create first and then destroy, or do you destroy first to create?
But I say simultaneous, dude.
Yeah, that is the right answer. It's all happening all at once, right? But protecting is in between, and what does it mean to protect, and why is it protect? Because I remember even when I made Protect Your Chemistry, you were like, why are you protecting? Protecting means somebody's trying to attack. So why, when it comes to life?
Yeah, actually, you don't need to protect something that is not being
endangered.
Yeah,
right?
Then you can be free about it. Like if nothing is harming it, then you don't have to protect it. But life is constantly in suffering.
It's just a choice of word, because it's not, it's create, protect, destroy, but it's also create, sustain. It's another word to describe that process is sustenance. How do you sustain?
Also, I like when I googled it, another word is preserve.
Preserve, yeah, perseverance, sustenance, protection.
Not perseverance, preserve.
Preserve, yeah.
So, preserving it, sometimes preserving something also is not really a great thing.
How long you want to preserve?
See, dude, I was thinking about it just now. So it all comes back to time. How long? How long do you feel like you're just enough? How long do you go from creating to protecting? How long do you decide this is time to destroy? How long? And who decides this timing?
I mean, it's a universal thing, Ruth. It's like time and space, right?
Yeah, but time itself is like an illusion, dude.
So what I believe is, time exists so that everything doesn't happen at once.
But everything is kind of happening at once.
So that's why we created time.
To just like kind of like
quantify it. And space exists so that everything doesn't happen to you.
That's a very self-centered way to describe and justify space and time lah.
I mean, it makes the most sense to me.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most philosophical, but like, it makes sense, but it's justifying self, you know?
It's justifying space. But anyway, back to the lyrics.
Right. Okay, let me bring the lyrics out lah. Let's see what's up with create, protect and destroy. Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Okay. Trying to stay still, but it's moving. A lot of best parts in this movie, but the movie's gonna end. The money's all spent. Can't be thinking about way back then. I'm drowning in the present, so teach me how to swim.
See, we talk about time, the concept of time. Drowning in the present.
Teach me how to win. I'll cut it all out. I'll do it on a whim. My light won't dim. Tell me what you're gonna do when you're caught up in the loop. When you chase the truth, depending on your mood. This is my favorite line in the song. When you chase the truth, depending on your mood.
Yeah.
That should kind of explain that, bro. You know what we don't talk about? Our mood.
Sometimes you're in a mood for just some lies. Sometimes you just want to be lied to. You want to be told things you want to hear. And you know it's not true, but you just want to hear it. Because you're in a mood for it. Right?
A lot of therapy are like that. People go pay someone to like just tell them something they want to hear.
I guess it's like it can be packaged as reassurance.
But chase the truth depending on your mood. Sometimes you don't want to chase the truth because you're not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you like, I want to just speak the truth today because I'm in the mood for it, or maybe this next hour or so. And our mood is like the thing that like creates this up and down wave kind of thing that kind of literally keeps the world spinning and makes the world go round. You know?
Mood is like a hunger, man. Hunger is a mood.
Everything just depends on your mood, dude.
Which is
how
what
you're feeling at the particular point of time.
Yeah, so that's why protect your chemistry is what it is. Protecting your chemistry is protecting your mood.
But you cannot constantly like, bro. You cannot like 100% protect your chemistry all the time or protect your mood all the time. That doesn't exist. I mean, it's just like, at this point you feel like, okay, you're in the mood to protect your mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you gotta be down to fill up. You gotta step out to step in. Dude. Yeah lah, there's no one mood.
Yeah, and also that's why we continue with sometimes you need room, sometimes you need space, sometimes you gotta do, not just have faith. And it's the sometimes thing. It's the sometimes that is the key word here.
Correct.
Sometimes. Not all the time, not every time, just sometimes. And we need to just like chill out, lah, dude, seriously.
Yeah, because imagine, so if time didn't exist, right, you would feel everything at once. All your mood at the same time. Imagine having a good mood and a bad mood at the same time.
Dude, I think a lot of people sometimes feel like they're mixed feelings.
I have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it. I'm nervous, but I'm anxious, but I'm happy, but I'm sad, but I'm angry.
Is that okay? Is it okay to feel that way?
Dude, everything is okay in the world if you ask me. Everything should be okay. Like, it should be allowed. Like, I'm like a very like free-spirited, you know, like I don't have this understanding of like, but whether you like it or not, people are dying. Whether you like it or not, you know, like bad things are happening.
And people are being born too, man.
People are being born. I mean, that's a very like optimistic way of looking at it, and there's a pessimistic way of looking at it too. But we are both, lah, bro.
Yeah, it's depending on your mood, lah.
Yeah, it's also like, it's like when people ask you like, are you an introvert or an extrovert? I said I'm an ambivert. I'm both at the same time, depending on my mood.
There's also octrovert or something.
Yeah, but it's just like, we're just all of it. I don't know why we're trying to categorize this thing and make it seem like, oh, we belong in a certain group.
So maybe that's what protecting is, lah. This is just a bunch of mixed feelings. So you create, then you have a bunch of mixed feelings, and then you die.
Sometimes it's like, why even listen to us, dude? We're not even stating something that actually is a solution to a problem.
That's never a problem to begin with.
Really?
Yeah. We just, this song, bro, is just an observation. We are not giving no answers or no truth. We're simply making a observation. Create, protect, destroy is nothing more than an observation we have made and put on a record.
But don't you think these things like actually affect us in our lives? We, as human beings here on Earth.
It's not affecting us. We are simply observing what everyone is going through. It's the natural course of life. It is the very system that runs this human experience. And we were merely just observing it and putting it into words and onto a record. I don't think it solves a problem or answers a question or anything. It's merely an observation.